Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody. All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Rosen. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Bravo.
Here's Rosen to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
General West. Alert, alert, alert. Tighten up, tighten up. Jim.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And got his man complete. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A big play there for New England. 41 yards. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Following the penalty, Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Down. 70, Indy.
On 2nd down, it's Murphy. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Mike 51. Go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
22-jet bombers. 22-jet bomber. Check.
Here we go with Michelle. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now first. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Tight dog. Alert.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's got his man on the comebacker. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now Rosen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You're not ready. No. Monday.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. 21-0 our score after 1. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Whip. 80 weapons.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 44 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. The throw over the middle, taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Complete. Smith has it. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And a rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And now it's Rosen looking. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments.
And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got him. Hatchet. General West. I got it. Hey, quarter. What do you got?
Rosen will throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Michel. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
50, plant, pilot, 64, weak.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
5.
Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Middle. Two-jet bomber.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point forthcoming. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Patriots 28, Dolphins 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good.
They'll look to throw. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A quick pass out to Aguilar. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Rosen, and he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Middle.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, Delta. Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Protein spill. Shoot.
Now Michelle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll drop to throw. Aguilar has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A pass complete here to Conley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
2nd and 6. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Conley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Don't get nervous.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. The open man is Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there on a New England 1st down. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
You go tight. Greystone, travel. Ready?
On the ground, Michel. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's got Smith here. Well, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
He's going to take a shot right away. And it'll be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 50 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Ebron caught left side.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 3rd and long here for Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Let's go, Hey, Alpha.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going.